Hello, my friends. How are you guys doing? Are you staying home? I hope so. Today we are going to read two books about being brave. Our first book is called The Bravest of the Brave, and the second one is called The Lion Inside. It is about a mouse who is trying to make friends with a lion. So let's see what happens, okay? But first of all, let's talk about being brave. Being brave. What does being brave mean? Does it mean being scared? No. So being brave means you're not scared? Oh, okay. So being brave means you're not scared and that you're brave to do something. So right now, I can think of nurses and doctors as being brave because they are working to take care of the sick people while we are at home. You can look at your mom and dad as your superheroes, as being brave, because they're being brave by teaching you new things that your teachers normally would not teach you. So your mom and dad are being very brave in teaching you. They could be your superheroes. So superhero doesn't mean just someone like Superman or Wonder Woman or Batman. It can be anybody. They don't have to wear capes. Policemen can be superheroes, firemen, and like I said, doctors and nurses, and even your mailman or your mail carrier who delivers your mail every day while we are all at home. They have to go out there and do work. Okay, so let's get started with the story. The first book I want to read is called The Bravest of the Brave. It is about our little friend here. He is a skunk, and he is taking a walk and the in the forest, and he gets a little bit lost. So let's see what happens. Okay, The Bravest of the Brave. I love this book. Okay, it says, late one day as I hurried home, stepping through the woods alone. It was deep and dim, meaning it was very dark, and I could barely see. But I thought brave thoughts to comfort me. So he's scared, but he's like, I am thinking about good things, happy things, so that I don't get scared. And then, in the shadows, quietly, masked face stared right at me. Do you see the one masked face right there, staring at him? So I sang my song as surely as I could, and off raced the robber through the deep, dark wood. Then, so there he is, running off into the deep, dark wood. He scared off the raccoon. Floating from spooky tree, two gruff voices startled me. Ooh. So, do you see them? The two faces staring at him. I don't think we see him here. We just see a little bit of a clue of what it is. Floating from a spooky tree, two gruff voices startled me. So I ruffled my fur as fully as I could, and away howled goes through the deep, dark wood. Ooh, 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 ooh. They are the owls. Then, slipping low so silently, three silk nuts dropped over me. What do you think this is? Do you see the three silk nuts? So I danced my dance as wildly as I could, and back tramped the trappers through the deep, dark woods. Here they are. They were spiders. You see the spiders? Then, prickling hard and angrily, four long fingers poked at me. Do you see them? So I stomped my stomp as loudly as I could, and away scurried witches through the deep, dark wood. What are they? Porcupines. Then, spying down quite fearsomely, 5 sharp faces growled at me, so I called my call as clearly as I could, and off sailed the pirates through the deep, dark wood. They are flying squirrels. They live in the jungle. Then, from the darkness, suddenly 6 strong arms all grabbed at me. Do you see the arms grabbing at him? Oh no! So I stanced as stoutly as I could, and I pawed the ground as gravely as I could, and I raised my tail as Mother said I would, when... Stop! I said stop. Who is it telling him to stop? Do you see someone as a clue? Who could that be telling him to stop? Squinting hard so I could see. There they were, my family. So they brought me home as quickly as they could, right down to our party in the deep, dark woods. Then, telling tales of bravery, 7 times they heard from me, for I stood tall as boldly as I could, and I scared all my friends in the deep, dark wood. Oh my, oh wow, they said. Do you see all these friends? They were the ones that he was scared of. There is the owl, there are the skunks, here is a squirrel saying, oh my, how brave. And here's a porcupine and a raccoon, all listening to his story, saying, how brave were you? Flashing round so cheerfully, 8 bright lights encircled me, so I laughed loud as gaily as I could, and we lit the night up in the deep, dark woods. Can you see the lights? They're lightning bugs. You see? The lightning bugs all around him. I love lightning bugs. They are a sure sign of summertime. Fun nights outside in the backyard or with your friends. Snuggled close by family. 9 big bugs they gave me. Oh, that's his dinner. Yummy bugs. So they tucked me in gently as they could, and I nestled safely in my deep, dark wood. Shh. Now we have to be quiet because he's sleeping. The end. Oh no, why not yet? We have one more page. Way up high, the sky is deep. 10 stars twinkle while I sleep. They are keeping watch, beaming peacefully for the bravest of the brave, and that is me. Do you see the 10 stars up here? While our little friend is taking a little snooze. Isn't that a lovely story? He was not scared. Oh, but look at this page. Who are those eyes? Do you see faces peeking through the pages there? Peeking through the leaves? There's one right there. And there's one right here. What are those things? They're his friends. Maybe the squirrels. The end. Wasn't that a great story about being brave? Can you think about a time when you were brave? And tell your mommy and daddy about it? I think that would be lovely. Now our next book is called The Lion Inside. And like I said, it is about a little friend, the mouse, who is on top of the lion. He sets off on a journey to find his roar. And he wants his the lion here to help him find his voice. He wants to be brave. The lion inside. Because in the jungle, everyone is afraid of the king of the jungle, the lion. So here it is, The Lion Inside. In a dry, dusty place where the sand sparkled gold, stood mightily flat rock, all caggly and old. So here it is. Here is a lion on top of the rock. Kind kind of like the Lion King, where they were on top of a rock. And under that rock, in a tiny full house, lived the littlest, the quietest, the meekest brown mouse. So down here, all the way down here at the bottom of the rock, lived a tiny little mouse. Do you see him through the door? I like his little house. It looks so cute. He was very tiny, so incredibly small that nobody ever noticed him ever at all. He got stepped on and sat on. He missed out on all the stuff, ignored and forgotten. Oh, look at people. He's trying to say hello down here. It's like, hello. But the deers don't see him. And here he is being trampled by the elephant. Being sat on by the zebra. All sad. His little mouse life was tough. Yeah, I wouldn't like that either if I was stomped on. Meanwhile, far above, on top of the rock, times are quite different. It was Lion O'Clock. There he is, the big, fearful lion. This huge, toothy creature made sure everyone saw how important he was by how loud he could. What does the lion do? What sound does the lion make? What does he do? He roars? Can you roar really loud right now? Let me hear. Roar! How loud is your roar? Wow, that is a very big roar. So he wanted everyone to know how important he was. So he, by how loud he could roar. Wow. I think your roar was a lot louder than his roar. He was head of the pack. He was shouty and proud. He loved flexing his biceps and wowing the crowd. Look at, he's like telling all of his lion friends, I am the king. And he lifted up a hippo. Wow, he is very strong. Yes, all were impressed by the mighty King Cat. If only, thought Mouse, I could be more like that. So look at, everyone's like, wow, he is so awesome. He is cool. And the mouse is like, what if I could be like him? Then late one dark night in his tiny mouse bed, the cleverest thought popped in his head. He leaped up in the darkness and held up a paw. I've got it, he said. What I need is a roar. It's like, that's what I need so that everyone can notice me. I need my own roar. Maybe the lion could help him. I mean, what if this mouse with the weeniest squeak, beep, beep, were a little bit more grrr and a little less meek? Well, he would still be the smallest of fuzzy brown mice, but he might make friends and join in, and life would be nice. So here he is, he's thinking, if I had a nice roar, I could stand on a rock, a tiny little rock, not a big rock like the lion, and all my friends would be like, wow, look at that tiny little mouse. Yes, thought the mouse, I must find out how. I will learn how to roar, and I will learn it now. But it wasn't easy. There was only one beast who could teach him this thing, but might make him a feast. He's like, if I go up to the lion and ask him for help, I might end up on his dinner plate. How is he going to do that? It was time to be strong, take a chance. After all, forever was such a long time to feel small. So he made himself brave, and he thought like a winner. He set off for the top, hoping not to be dinner. So he's like, oh, what can I do? I'm going to go out in the dark here. It felt like the scariest thing he could do. But if you want things to change, you first have to change you. So here he is into the dark, trying to find some courage so he can go up to the lion to ask him for help. The further he climbed, the closer he got to the slumbering lion, reclining on top. So here he is, climbing one little bit at a time up this big rock. Then at last he stood on his tippy toes. He found himself suddenly nose to, here he is, getting ready, nose to nose. He's staring right at the lion. Ahem. Yep. Excuse me. Wake up, Mr. Lion. You have got company. Squeak. Mr. Lion, what I come to you for is squeak. Do you think you could teach me your roar? So here he is, face. Do you see him? Nose to nose with the lion. Does the lion look like he's paying him any attention? No, I don't think so either. He's like, I think he's still sleeping. Oh, look at all those bones down there. That's kind of scary to see, isn't it? Yikes. A silence befell that twinkly plain. Lion opened up his eyes and puffed out his mane, so now his hair is sticking out. Time went so slowly. It felt like a week. Then he opened his mouth and he let out. What do you think he's going to do? Look at him. Big lion. His mane is all puffed out. He's taking a deep breath. His eyes, he's going to go. Oh, look what he's doing. Eek! He's screaming at the little mouse. Look at that. Why do you think he's saying eek? Do you think he's scared of the mouse? A big lion afraid of a mouse? The lion curled up in a terrified ball. He didn't like this, not one bit at all. Don't hurt me, he whimpered. Oh, try to be nice. Well, this mighty great lion was frightened of a mouse. Look at him. He's like, oh no, please don't touch me. Please don't hurt me. Oh my goodness, can you imagine that? Don't worry, the mouse peeped. I'm here as a friend. Let's hang out together. Be pals to the end. So Mouse is like, oh, can we be friends? That's all I want. I just want to be friends. I don't want to be here to scare you. Not like that. That was a magical moment for sure. When the mouse didn't feel at all small anymore. He had found his true voice and learned to speak out. And for that, you don't need a roar or a shout. Look how brave he was. He spoke up to the lion, and the lion was scared of him. And from that day and always, the two were a pair. They both liked that rock better. Now for that rock was to share. The mouse, while still little, felt big in his head. And the lion, oh, he still roared, but with the laughter inside. Look at, here they are, friends to the end, with the little mouse up on top of him by his ear. Do you see him over here? They're laughing, and instead of roaring, they're laughing. Instead of roar. Yes, that day they both learned that no matter what your size, we all have a mouse and a lion inside. Isn't that a nice story, my friend? About not being afraid to speak up or going up against somebody. That was a beautiful story. I love that. So maybe you can find your lion inside and try to do something brave. Maybe you're always afraid to swim. With the help of somebody, maybe you can help learn how to swim. Or maybe you're afraid to ride your bicycle. Maybe you could have your mom or dad help you and learn how to ride the bicycle. So my friends, that is our story for the week. Our two stories, our lovely stories about being brave. So thank your mommy and daddy for being brave and taking care of you. And if you have a nurse or a doctor in your family, if your mom or dad is a nurse or your aunt, make sure you thank them and tell them how brave and what superheroes they are for going out to work every day and taking care of the people who are sick. Okay? I will see you next week, my friends. Bye. Have a good week. Bye.